Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Whatever time of the day it is for you, thanks very much for joining me today. If you can grab a couple of blocks, if you don't have blocks, a couple of books, anything to help get the ground a wee bit closer to you. We are going to do a couple of twists today, so the blocks are good for that. So first thing I'm going to ask you to do today is have a little lie down. Our favourite thing to do. So if you want to just make your way down onto your mat, however that looks like for you, and allow your back to be fully supported on the ground. Now from here it's up to yourself. You can have your legs out wide, you can have them bent to give your back a little bit of support. You could even put it into some butterfly if you feel your hips need a little bit of movement at this time. But whatever feels nice for you. And if you just close your eyes down, allow your chin to go and search your chest, giving you some length in the back of the neck. And the hands can be either facing up to the sky in a gesture of receiving, or if you feel you need some grounding today, you can place them down and rotate them onto the earth. And just take a deep inhale through the nose, filling up the belly and filling up the chest, and that audible sigh out the mouth. Again, a deep breath in through your nose, filling up the belly and then filling up the chest, and sigh it away. And one more deep inhale through the nose. Make it the biggest breath you've had so far today, filling up the full body. And this time as you exhale, allow your back to sink further into the mat. Allow the shoulders to fall away from the ears. And just give yourself a moment to welcome yourself to your mat and thank yourself for giving you this time. We spend all of our day rushing about and filling the day with things to do and people to see. Whereas just for just now, all of that can wait. And just take note on how your body's feeling. Are you tense anywhere? And you allow the tension to just float away. Can you relax your jaw? Relax your hands. Allow the glute muscles just to melt down. You don't need them right at this moment. And your next inhale, if you bring both knees up towards your chest, taking hold of the ankles. Holding the ankles isn't comfortable for you, you can put your hands behind your knees and bring your knees in the same. It's just to support. We can do some small rolls side to side, massaging the lower back, just putting some movement in there, giving a little bit of warning to the back that we're going to start to move. You may want to take your rolls into circles, holding the knees and allowing them to circle out and round and back. If you do the circles, remember always to go the other way. Yoga is helping us balance not only our body and our mind, but we also need to make sure we get these joints moving in both directions. And your next inhale, bring your knees back into centre. Exhale, let's put away the right leg down onto the earth, flexing the toes to the sky, taking hold of your right knee and pulling it all the way in. You may want to give your ankle here a little wiggle about as well, just letting it know. It's going to get some movement and some warmth in there. From here, if you can take your right knee, take the left hand and pull towards the left hand side, allowing the knee to fall towards the earth. Shoulders are on the floor. You may want to take the right arm and place it across in a T function. If this is too tight for your back, just bring it down in line with to your hips, fine. Now you might have a lot of flexibility here and your knee can travel all the way to the ground, but that's not the aim. The aim is to feel the stretch down the outside of the body into the top of the glute and the hip. Make sure that your neck is secure and your chin is towards the chest, tucked in. Again, just allowing the body to sink towards the floor. Gravity doing its job. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here, allowing the breath to flow through the body. Your next inhale, bringing the knee back into centre and bringing that left knee up to join it. Again, give it a little wiggle about. And this time allow the right leg to float to the floor. Toes pointing to the ceiling in a flex position. And bring your left knee in towards the chest. Just allow the leg and the joint to know that it's going to do some movement. Bring the right hand across to the knee and then let it fall towards the right hand side, allowing the shoulders to stay on the floor. And this is where you might find you've got one side tighter than the other, because this side for me is definitely tighter. Again, this arm can be out in a T function, giving you a stretch across the shoulders, but if it's too much, just allow it to float down. Keeping the breath going, allowing the jaw to release and the forehead to release. Feeling the stretch in the hip and the side of the body and into the glute. Spine is allowed to flex like this. The reason why we lose the flexibility in the spine is because we don't move it. So the more that we move in gentle motion like this, the spine remembers what it has to do. And another couple of breaths here, allowing the breath to fill up the body and into those muscles. And next inhale, bring your knee back to centre. Bring the right leg up to join. Give it a little wiggle. This time planting both feet onto the floor. Make sure that the hip width's apart and you have a wee look down. See each side of the foot. So you know when the hip width's apart when we're lying down. We're going to flex the spine into the bridge pose, but for this moment in time we're not going to go into a full bridge. We're literally going to lift our hips 1 or 2 vertebrae off the floor and no more than that. So as we inhale, we lift the hips up to a count of 2. Allow the hips to fall back down on your exhale. And all you're doing here is allowing the spine to move. So inhale for 1, 2, hold, and then exhale, allow it to come back down. Very slight movement into the lower back. It actually does a lot of good. So inhale for a count of 2. 1, 2. Hold. Release back down to the floor. Inhale, back up. Exhale, take it to the floor very slowly, allowing the back to completely land on the floor. Inhale. And exhale. And come down. And one more inhale at this pace, so inhale up to the ceiling. Exhale all the way back down to the floor. Good. This time we're going to bring our bridge into the higher position, up into the high back. So we take both our hands and place them at the side to give us stability, making sure that the hips and the feet are in line. We're going to push through the feet to allow the hips to come up to a higher length. Probably to about a count of 3 or 4, you'll know your own body and you'll know when it's the right time to stop, normally around about that bra line. So pushing through the feet, we're going to inhale the hips up, 1, 2, 3, 4, feel the shoulders come up ever so slightly, holding it here. Exhale, bring it down, 1, 2, 3, 4, allow it all the way back down. Inhale, bring it up, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, pushing through the feet. Exhale, push it back down. Good. All the way down. Again, pushing in through the floor. Inhale, up. All the way up to the shoulders. Feeling the hips move up towards the sky. Exhale, back down. Inhale, all the way up. Pushing the hips up to the sky. Shoulders are in the back of the mat. Exhale, back down. One more like this, so inhale all the way up. Allow the spine to come up. Exhale, bring it back down. This time we're going to bring the hands into play as well. So we're going to move down so I don't hit the couch. So again, feet in hip width distance. Checking to make sure you can see them. This time when we inhale, we're going to bring our hands up overhead. So as we inhale, we're going to inhale 1, 2, 3 and 4, bringing the hands all the way overhead. Exhale, bring the hands back down, all the way down. Great, inhale, bring the hands up, keeping it slow. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down to the ground. Hands and hips should hit at the same time. Inhale, all the way up into the shoulder. Hands are coming back. And exhale, bring them back down. Good. One more time. Inhale, all the way up. Hands are coming up and behind. Exhale, bring them all the way down. Great. Again, let's bring these knees back up and for a wee hug, because we always need a wee hug. I'll roll about on that lower back. A wee shoulder. Move the ankles. Swake them back up. Great. So this time if you roll onto your right hand side and then make your way up to tabletop. Fab. So in tabletop, we're going to make sure the positioning is correct. So making sure that our hands are underneath our shoulders and knees are underneath our hips, and we actually have some space between our hands and our knees. A lot of people come away back like this. Give yourself some space. Feet are flat to the floor, and we're going to inhale our belly up, pulling in those abdominal muscles. At this point in time, our eye gaze is sitting at the floor, and we're just holding the strength. As we exhale, we'll allow the belly to flop down, the tailbone to float lower towards the sky, and heart, head and chest coming through. Holding it here. Inhale, push it away, bringing the belly in, the chin to chest, the back rounds. And pushing away from the floor. Exhale, tummy tuck comes down, heart, head and chest come through. Keep pushing away from the floor. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, drop it back down to the floor. Bring it all the way through. Inhale, bring the tummy all the way up, push away from the floor. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale one more time, push it away from the floor. Exhale, bring it back down to a neutral flat back. Here we're going to our first downward dog, just a wee one. Won't be here for long. So we're going to tuck the back toes. On our inhale, we're going to bring our knees up off the floor. Exhale, tipping the tailbone up. Bringing the knees as soft as we can. Torso's coming onto the knees. The eye gaze is up through our knees, away from the toes. Feel the stretch in that back. You can pedal the knees out if you need a bit of movement in that leg. Pushing through the thumb and the forefinger. Couple of breaths here, just allow that tailbone to tip up as much as it can. Bending the knees. Not a hamstring stretch, it's a lower back stretch, so let's keep it pulled through. Exhale, knees to the floor. Awesome. So here we're going to come back and sit in Thunderbolt. So to me, we're sitting on our knees. You can have your toes tucked under if you want to be a bit more of an intense stretch. If you want to be there, but we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so entirely up to yourself. If Thunderbolt pose isn't accessible to you, you can sit in a cross-legged or legs straight out, but the idea for this pose, this twist, is we're going to have a straight back, so as much as we can to keep the length in our back. That's why we sit on our hips. Anyway, so let's do a couple of stretches up to the sky to allow the back again to understand that we're going to use it. So we're going to inhale the hands to the ceiling, breathing in. Exhale, allow the leg to come down to the back, right to your lower back. Inhale, bring them all the way back up. Exhale, bring them to the back. This allows the shoulders to get some movement in them as well. Inhale, and as we inhale, make sure you're pulling those tummy muscles in, and as we exhale, keeping them in and allowing the hands to come through. One more time, up to the ceiling. Exit, bring them down. Fabulous. So I say this might, you might prefer your blocks on this twist. There's a seated spinal twist. Just take a wee moment to get our breath back. So here we're going to take our left hand. We're going to bring it up to the ceiling or your sky if you're lucky enough to be outside, and cross this across the body towards the knee. The opposite knee, and then bring the opposite hand to the sky and twist through to the back, landing on the block if you want to land on the block to bring this up. Now the worst thing you can do for this is slump it, so we need to make sure we're sitting up tall, our shoulders are down, using the hand to allow us to twist. The twist is coming from the sides, the lower back and the shoulders. The last thing to move is the head. So inhaling here, inhaling for the length, exhaling for the movement. If you wish to twist a little bit more, again inhaling for the length, exhale for the movement. Now if your eye gaze is just straight on, that's absolutely fine. We're working towards moving the spine, not the neck. And inhale and bringing it up. Make sure we're sitting up tall, twisting it out. Awesome. So inhale the hand at the back round. Inhale the hand that's on the knee, up, and then switch them over. help if I pull the block over a wee bit. So inhale, bringing the back up. Exhale to twist. Allowing the twist from the bottom of the back and the mid back into the shoulder. Make sure the tummy muscles are pulled in. And we're sitting up tall. Inhale, length, and exhale for the twist. Inhale for the length. Exhale for the twist. Try and make sure your shoulders aren't coming up or down and back. You're breathing evenly. Not crunching the jaw. Just breathing evenly. Awesome. Then your next inhale, let's rise back up to the centre. Bring our hands down onto our thighs. We'll just do a couple of side stretches just to finish off. So inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, let's bring them over to the right hand side. Hands can drop to the floor. Upper hand is up against the bicep. Stretching here. Inhale back to centre. Exhale over to the other side. Again, allowing the stretch to come through the sides. Don't collapse onto this arm, pushing it away from the sky. Floor, so if you need the block, bring the block in. Allow the stretch to be there. Inhale back up to centre. Exhale over to the other side. Keeping your gaze in neutral, so it takes away any stress from the neck. And one more time. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale over to the side. And stretching through the fingertips. Allowing the side body to stretch out. Exhale back to centre. Let's bring these hands into a prayer position. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I wish you all the best of thoughts, the best of words, and the best of hearts. Namaste. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that today. All feedback is absolutely welcome. I'll get my lesson right. Probably wrong every time. But anyway, thank you so much for that. I'll speak to you later. Bye.